Welcome to Comfort Time with Aunty Yunike, where we share testimony stories. Today we have a special subject, and this is the role of men and boys in promoting gender equality. And to help us discuss that, we have Mr. Nelson Banda, who is not new to this platform, from Men's Network. Mr. Banda, welcome to Comfort Time.
Oh, thank you very much. It's always a pleasure to be here.
Thank you.
And to share a lot of things that are going on in our communities regarding our
development.
Yeah, development, and also the work that we are doing as a network.
So, Mr. Banda, thank you so much for coming yet again to be with us. We always look forward to having you with us. This is a very important topic. So we wanted to find out, we're talking about the role of men and boys in promoting gender equality. What exactly are you doing?
Well, thank you very much. It's a very interesting topic indeed. There's so much that the Zambia National Men's Network is doing to mobilize men and boys to promote gender equality. For instance, one of the things that we're doing is to round up men in communities to have conversations to talk about, how they can promote gender equality within their spaces. But before they get into the spaces, I think the men also have a role to talk about equality within their families, because that's where it all starts from. Some of the issues that we've all been socialized about inequalities begin from the homes where we all grow up. So when before men get into the communities, we encourage them to initiate conversations with their spouses, their children, and their relatives, so that they can share that information and look at all those gray areas that promote inequalities and how they can get involved to end inequalities. Secondly, we're also working with the boys in different areas. We mobilize men in schools and out of schools to talk about gender equalities. We focus on boys because they are the men of tomorrow, and it's very easy for boys to change, and if they have got the information. So we get them through schools. We're working in some schools, and also the communities where we've established what we call boys networks. And the response from these boys is very encouraging, because they're able to reach out to their peers.
Okay, no, that's very interesting. It's very true that it's very difficult for young ones to behave in a way that they have not seen, because they go home, they find that there's violence. Maybe the mother is always hitting the father, or the father is always hitting the mother, and they think that's normal. So when they grow up, they also want to do the same things they saw. Now when you turn around and tell them that this is wrong, they don't understand, because this is what I saw my parents doing, so why is it wrong for me to do it? So it's a very good thing that you have actually started with the young ones, because it's easier to change their mindset. Not to say we should ignore the adults. Adults also need to be told what are no-go areas. So we're very happy that you have gone on that route. How is the response? How are they accepting it?
Well, the response has been quite very encouraging. I must mention also that we started a campaign called the Trusted Men Campaign, where we got trusted men from the community and trained them to be defenders of women and girls' rights. So the response has been very good, and we also trained the boys to be, to promote, to end gender-based violence within their communities by reaching out to their peers. So the boys are doing commendable pieces of work. We have seen that the strategy of working with boys is actually working out to be very well because they're able to change. And not only that, the boys are also able to take action against the violators of gender-based violence within their communities.
Okay.
One of the interesting things that I want to share on this platform is the boys that we trained in Congo. Yeah, one of the boys who is now reaching out to other boys, girls, and parents in Congo has been recognized by 3 headmen or traditional leaders in his communities who are always calling on him whenever there is a situation to help out.
Okay.
Yeah, I hope one day we can have him on this platform so that he can share his experience.
Sure.
Yeah, it's such an encouragement. And the last week he was also sharing at a conference in Lusaka, where the Minister of Green Economy identified him to be a change agent in terms of climate change. So for us as Zambia National Men's Network, we feel we have contributed.
Yeah, you are. You are contributing. We thank God for that. Yeah. And others will obviously be encouraged when they see their friend being recognized.
Yes, and it came out in the newspaper. It was in the newspaper last week.
Wow, that's awesome.
Boy 19, fights child marriages in Congo, and it was so interesting.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're thinking of him to go very far, especially when we get off the stage. And these are boys that we need to, pass on the baton to continue. Yeah, because whether we like it or not.
We need to do that, at some point. Yeah. But it's easier when you know that what your vision, whatever your vision was, will be carried on. Yeah. So it's encouraging. It's depressing when you see what you're looking at, and then it dies with you. Yeah. And that's what happens in most cases. So this is very good. Yeah. So, okay. So where are you doing all this from?
So we have got programs in the Chongo district, Rufunza. Okay. Now we're operating in actually 31 districts because we have expanded. There's a lot of interest coming out from men in other districts to join the men's network because our interventions also looks at how men are being abused in relationships and in marriages. So men from different districts have contacted us to start these programs. Though we are a challenge in terms of mobility, but I know that in future we are going to have comprehensive programs where we can reach out. Zambia is very big, and the 31 district is just not even half. So
just a drop.
Yes, the drop in the ocean. But the good thing is that.
But it's a starting point.
It's a starting point. Yeah.
We need to start from somewhere. Yeah. Okay. Wow, that's very encouraging. But don't be discouraged by the humble beginnings. Slowly you get to the entire country. So district by district. And what you've touched on is actually very important. Men get abused so much, but because of society looks down on a man who says I'm being abused by a woman. Somehow everybody thinks because you are a man you should not be abused, but they forget that men who are gentlemen will not want to hit back when a woman slaps them, will not want to do anything that demeans them, and therefore they are viewed as weak. So it's very important for society to know that it's unacceptable. Whether abuse is coming from a man or from a woman, it's unacceptable. And men need to also learn to come out and say, I'm being abused. Because if they don't say, next we'll just hear that that man has been killed. So society need to accept that abuse can be done by men and by women, and whoever does it, it's not acceptable.
It's actually very true. Because our socialization processes as men, right up from when you're about 1 year. It comes from the first school of the family where you are taught some of these values. And when you grow up, you grow up with them. For instance, the mom and dad will always say, no, you are a boy, you are not supposed to cry. And when you grow up, when you have got a painful experience, it's very difficult for you to come out. And yet you are really, undergoing through a painful experience. So you are compelled to suffer in silence because of, the socialization process that you went through as a child. Yeah. So men are like bottles of Coca-Cola, where you keep so a lot of pressure.
Yes. Waiting to release. That's why when eventually you do something, everybody's shocked. From the reaction, not knowing that you've been harboring that pressure for a long time. So this is what you have to actually encourage the men to stop. If something is not going right, it needs to be addressed. We were just talking about things will happen in your life that will give you a lot of problems, like the childhood wounds, relationship wounds. So all those things that happened to you, it was not your fault. It happened to you. But it's up to you now to ensure that you get healing. So what happened was bad, and we're sorry for it, but healing is your responsibility. So you have to ensure that you get healing, whether you're going to go for counseling, you're going to go for whatever form, you're going to talk to elders or to people who can help you. You have to make sure that you do that. Don't just sit and say, no, this was done to me, therefore what I do, I'm not responsible. You are responsible. Get healing. So I'm glad that you are doing that. We are very grateful. When you give us such weights, that is enough fuel for us to go very far. And anyway, like we always say, these videos are watched by people who are fighting for such. So when they hear the challenges, they will come through for you, because there's no way you can move around or go far if you don't have transport. So we need to ensure that at least we have enough transport, we have enough material to share with the other people who are also trying to fight for the same cause. Okay, no, that's very encouraging. So please keep on keeping on.
We'll keep on because the response we're getting from the community is very overwhelming. We've received a lot of goodwill from the communities, and also some people that think they can help us. So it's very encouraging. There are so many challenges, but the most pressing challenges is actually to solve those gender inequalities in the communities. It's you can imagine, I was in Mufue last week, and we were talking about gender equality. We mobilized couples, because that's where it all starts from. Couples sometimes have conflicts within themselves over pet issues such as finances and things like that. So we brought couples together to talk about gender equality in the home. And it was quite encouraging. And we also had an opportunity to talk to boys in Mufue. We partnered with another organization called Time and Tide, and we did quite a lot together. We went into one of the schools and talked to more than 100 boys, and the boys were telling us we need this program, so in future we'll go back, and it was quite exciting. That's
cool. No, thank you so much. We are happy to see that you are continuing in different areas and on different topics. So we continue fighting. One day we'll sit and toast and say, do you remember when we were having that discussion? Now we are here. Okay, no, thank you so much, Mr. Banda, for all you're doing. Please continue. Don't get discouraged by whatever challenges. Just continue fighting.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Banda. This is a very good topic. Men and boys need to know that they have a lot to contribute in the role of gender equality. Not to say the women are not. The women and girls are also partners in the development. So we need to ensure that all are aware of what their role is. Together we will achieve whatever we have been crying for. We'll achieve the equality, and one day we'll sit and celebrate our work, our sweat. So thank you very much. Comfort Time continues. Stay blessed. Remember to give us a thumbs up so that our videos and our stories can be heard in more areas, and ensure that you like, share, and also don't forget to subscribe. Stay blessed. See you in the next video.